Hi, my name is Grace Sue, and I'll be performing the monologue, Serial Dater from the play Lacey's Last Chance by Gabriel Davis. My father was a wonderful man who waited on me hand and foot when I was a child. My mother used to jokingly call him the slave. When I grew up, I expected to find a husband as loving and selfless as my father. Instead, I found Frank. I would always give Frank 30-minute back rubs, which he always asked for. He'd never give me back rubs unless I begged, and even then, only for 30 seconds. One time, I broke both my arms, and they were put into casts. Despite this, I continued with Frank's back rubs. The doctors warned me that if I continued using the muscles in my arms that way, I would permanently damage them and have unbearable shooting pains for the rest of my life. I told Frank what the doctor said, and he told me that I was just exaggerating because I was lazy and didn't care about how his back felt. And so I continued with his back rubs. One day shortly after that, after a long time rubbing his back, my own was sore, and so I told him, "All right, your turn, and this time I want half an hour, because I always give you half an hour. What's fair is fair." And then Frank told me, "I thought you gave me back rubs because you loved me, and not because you wanted something in return." And I explained that I loved him, but I also wanted something in return because I give so much. And then Frank told me that I was just being selfish, and that I needed to start trying to be a truly selfless person. And so I tried to be selfless for a while. But the shooting pains in my arms, which he also refused to massage, were so unbearable that I finally figured it would just be easier to kill Frank than to continue trying to be selfless. And I know I should have just left or something, but the apartment was so nice, and why should I be the one to give it up? I'm the one who found it in the first place. And I suppose even then there were other ways around it, but I couldn't think of anything at the time. I think the real problem with me and Frank was my inability to assert myself. I mean, had I just asserted my right to back rubs, and to my arms, and to my apartment, which I found, then maybe Frank would have respected my needs, and I wouldn't have felt that killing him was the only option available to me. I think I fluctuate between being too passive and too aggressive when what I really need is to find some middle ground between the two. Thank you.